What's going on, everybody? I'm here. It's a big day. We've got Rane DJ ONE. They've got one, their first DJ controller. And it's not just a DJ controller, right? It's like a mini Rane 12 and a Rane 70, and maybe like the NS7 III had a baby. That's kind of like what it is. And I want to tell you that it's an entirely different animal than the NS7 III. So first off, definitely get that out of your head. It really is essentially a condensed version of the Rane 12 and the Rane 70 feature set, build quality, and everything else you've come to know to love from Rane in a more condensed and a more integrated all-in-one console. It's made for Serato. It is not a standalone. At this time, it's not going to work with Engine, but it is Serato, and it is a Serato DJ controller. So it will allow you to access all of your Serato effects, and then, of course, any of the effects that are built in to the mixer. So you want to take your Q&A. You want to see how everyone's doing out there. Drop your comments below. But the first thing I want to do is let's show you some pictures of this this bad boy. So there it is. If you haven't seen it already, the Rane One, and it is pretty incredible as far as what we have on the surface. So let's take a look here at some of the feature lists that we have going on. So again, it's an all-in-one Serato controller. It's not a standalone. You've got 7.2-inch motorized platters. So the Rane 12, of course, was a 12-inch, and this is going to give you a smaller footprint, 7.2-inch. It does give you, well, look, there's my light. It does give you the quick release disc, similar to the Rane 12. And it, again, is a more condensed version of it. Hey, what's going on, everybody? If you have any questions, of course, drop them down below. We definitely want to hear your questions. So please let us know. This is definitely an opportunity where I'll definitely run through the features and specs. But, I mean, you guys can read, right? I'm sure all that information is out there. Once you've read those features and specs, I'm sure you have questions. And that's kind of why I wanted to jump on. As I was getting a lot of inbound questions, I figured it was easier for me to do this live and essentially kind of go through a couple things and then answer any questions that you have. So what's going on? We got some comments here, and we'll go through them now. What's up, Roger? How are you? Good to see you, my friend. So the next thing, all of your Serato effects, all of the effects that are built into the controller, that is one thing that I have heard that there is a problem with as far as sometimes with other controllers where they may not be able to get all of their effects to work through the new controller. And this should fix that. Definitely fix that issue where all of your Serato effects and most important, and your Serato effects will work. And of course, all the effects that are built into the controller. So that is a big thing. This has the same, essentially the same feature set as the Rane 70 in the middle. It's just really skinny. If you can remember that old Vestex PMC05, it's like that size essentially, but the feature set essentially is the same. So you're going to get the ultra lightweight, contactless Mag 4 crossfader, the exact same one that's in the Rane 72 MK2 and the Rane 70. You are going to get, again, the same feature set of the Rane 12, just in a more condensed version. So everything basically stays the same, except you're getting 7.2-inch footprint as far as your platters. They are motorized platters in the same way. And you have a USB output direct connection, which is going to give you the least amount of latency out there when you have a direct USB connection. That is why Rane chose to go this direction with the 12, not go with other technology. And that way you can guarantee essentially that you'll never have latency, that it's never going to disconnect or anything like that. So, all right. So we got some comments here. What's up? What's up, Brandon? How are you, my friend? Not as cute as you. What's up, Bob? Definitely drop your questions down below. What's up, my man? How you doing, Jeff? You know what I got to do is I have pictures of it, and I got to throw these up there for you. So let me grab them and show them to you really quick, because if not, and in the meantime, definitely drop your questions down below. I threw this together really quick, so I am not as prepared as I usually am, but I will tell you that everyone is very excited. When I drop a new product, when Rane, when other brands drop a new product, there tends to be a lot of negativity. You know, everyone seems to want to pick apart things and say what they don't like about it. So far, everything has seemed to be pretty positive, which is nice. And I think when a company like Rane, who me personally, I've been working with Rane. I've used Rane products since, I want to say, 1998. I mean, Rane mixers were the mixer that was in every nightclub in every state and probably all over the country at some all over the world at one point. You know, in the 90s, even into the 2000s, Rane mixers were it. You know, was not even a question. You were buying a Rane mixer. So that legacy, that quality definitely follows suit. Jeff Sorensen just said Rane One might be the one for me this year. Yes, I think that seems to be the consensus overall so far from what I've seen. I know a lot of people had questions on the overall specs. So if you want to take a look at the specs here, we'll go through that. You have XLR main and booth outputs. That main XLR booth output is super important, you know, especially for anyone that is going to be using it for a DJ monitor and then also needs it to go to their speakers. Having that XLR really is helpful. It's also going to give you the ability to run a balanced output to somewhere else, maybe another zone, something like that. You have 2-line phono inputs, so you can actually connect turntables to this. So let's say you want to take, you know, like I did with my Prime 4. I took my Prime 4, and then I put 2 turntables next to it, and it actually gave me 6 decks. This would give you 6 decks as well, total, by utilizing the additional record. You just have to flip over on the line channel. So you have balanced, 2 balanced quarter and XLR mic inputs, which is a nice feature. I normally don't see the 1/4 inch on these balanced, so I like that it's a balanced input for the quarter. I still don't recommend using quarter. If you ever get a pop during a gig, whenever that gig is, you never get a pop really from the XLR. It's always that 1/4 inch. So XLR is always a better connection. I always personally use XLR connections for my microphones. You have 2 USB computer connections. So for DJ handoffs, for, you know, being able to go from one person to the next, changing sets, you know, you have that, or even if you want to go and tag team, you know, that type of thing. You have 2 USB computer connections, and it's really small, guys. It's, guys and girls, it's 24 pounds, really, really lightweight. And then you're getting Serato DJ Pro with this. If you want to upgrade to the DBS, that is an additional subscription charge. So, all right. So I have gotten this question before. Does this guy fit in a DDJ SX3 case? It's a great question, and I simply don't know the answer yet. I will find out, and I will definitely comment on this particular video with the answer. It will stay on YouTube, and Facebook. And by the way, hello, everybody watching on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Forgot to say that, sorry, but it will stay on YouTube and Facebook. So any questions, you know, any answers that I don't have now, I'll drop them back in this particular thread. So anyway, what I also want to do is push this over to my personal page. And like I said, I want to get you guys the pictures of the one. So hold on one sec. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. All right. That's the front. You got your mic low and high frequency control. You got your level control there. Take a look at the pads next. On the front end, you've got your slicer, your sampler. You've got the loop on off. And this is a dedicated auto loop here. So having that completely sectioned off like that is really nice. You get to control the parameters as well. And you can kind of see in that image that you have that standard turntable style wheel, just like the Rane 12. It's just a little bit smaller. And you can see it a lot better, I think, in this image, where you actually see it from the front. And again, you know, they basically said, all right, hello, how are you? Gracias. They said, listen, we know Rane is a quality name. It's a quality brand. It's been legendary for years. It is a flagship, so to speak. And not everyone can afford Rane, right? I myself have an MP44. I didn't buy it in one shot. I had to save up for it, right? So I think Rane wanted to give the opportunity to people to actually enter into their products in the same way that the DJ controller in general kind of allowed the cost of entry to get lowered a little bit for other people. This is going to do that for Rane because they're able to consolidate and essentially make it into a price point. And by the way, map on this is $14.99. So you're now at a price point where for 2 decks and a mixer of the level of quality that you're going to get, it's something that is a lot more accessible and approachable to people than maybe it was before. You know, Rane 12 and the 70 combo, you're talking, you know, over $3,000. This is now half that price. Now, of course, it's not the same system. It's half the size. It's not separate. You know, again, it's not going to give you the same workflow. It's not going to give you the same feel. I'm not going to sit here and tell you this is going to replace your Rane 12 system. It certainly is not. And again, everything is always relevant to the price. So half the price, and you're essentially getting like half the size, a lot less weight, a smaller footprint. And because of all those changes in the componentry and the manufacturing, that's how they get the price down. But they are able to kind of streamline everything and keep the components similar and utilizing the same engineering and technology and way of manufacturing, just in a different way. So through this, they were able to bring the price down and really make a new controller that is going to be, I think, really, really exciting and really attractive to a lot of people out there. The main thing also, and I always say the main thing. So another thing, I said the other day that performance DJing is going to definitely make a comeback, because what happened was last year, everyone live streamed, right? And some people wanted to do it and they stayed on it, and some people didn't want to do it and they didn't like it. Me personally, I didn't like it because to me, it was a little boring. I just need the energy of the crowd, right? I know a lot of people, and I've spoken to people, won't mention names, that were afraid. And they were afraid to because they weren't really that skilled as a DJ, and they didn't want to be up front and center. And the live stream, that's what it does. Now your clients, now the audience and the public can actually see up close what a DJ does. So if you're sitting there and you're just going like that, and then you're waiting, and then you're just going like that, and you're waiting, you know, that's not really a performance. And I think that's, you know, kind of what happened as the computer technology started to take over for turntables. It was the same kind of thought, you know. I mean, I used to be looked down upon when I played CDs. So we all go through it at any age. There's always going to be a generation that started before you that are going to not understand the tools that you're using. And what are we going to do? We're going to use the tools that are available to us, right? So anyway, the performance DJ, when I say that, is someone that is scratching, that is mixing, that is not mixing one song, maybe two songs. Maybe they're doing what's called live remixing, where they're taking the acapella of one song and they're throwing it over the beat of another song. It's all about being creative. You know, if the idea is to just play a song, let it end, play another song, you know, that is something that is going to be able to be replaced in time. You know, you're going to need to develop skill to be able to continue to make it as a DJ and be successful as a DJ, because it's going to raise the bar by everything that's happened over the last year. And again, by now having DJs being up front and center like this, where they can see your hands and they can see everything you're doing. And, you know, if you have someone that can come in and really entertain just with their performance and in the way that they're, you know, being creative with music versus someone who's not, that is going to be valuable. That's going to give you a lot of value. And a controller like this is definitely something that that's going to allow you to do that. And again, allow you to do that at a price point that wasn't available before. So does anybody have any questions out there? Definitely drop your questions below. We definitely want to answer any questions that you have. $14.99 is the map price on it. I have some links in the comments if you want to do a pre-order. If you want to check out my blog, there is a section where you can send me an email. If you're looking for a pre-order special, certainly send me an email there. And also any questions that you have, even after you watch this video, because I'm going to be signing off soon, drop them down below and I will get back to you. I will answer any questions that you have, whether it be on YouTube or Facebook. You can DM me, info@thedjsguru.com. I'm on social media now. Well, I was always on social media, but the DJs Guru, at the DJs Guru now, all social media channels. And we are there to help you. I work for DJs, performers, people that are the buyers. I work for you guys. So anything that I can do to help you, let me know. Questions, answers, you know, you can count on me to get the job done and get you the right information. So if I don't have any other questions, oh, wait. Do you think 7-inch is good for a beginner to learn to scratch on this? Jay Young. How you doing, Jay Young? So I think that whatever you learn to scratch on, if it's smaller, it's going to make it more difficult. But the trajectory means that if you can scratch on a 7-inch platter, then when you get to a 12-inch platter, it's only going to be easier, in my opinion. If you started with a 12-inch and then you went down, and I will tell you that from what I've seen, I've been in this business since 1999, everything's getting smaller. So my thought would be, you know what, 7-inch could be 12-inch in 20 years. You know, I don't know the way, I don't have a crystal ball, of course, but things evolve and, you know, DJ equipment and performance gear and, you know, technology in general. Everything is becoming more integrated. Everything is being more condensed. So, you know, 7-inch, I think is yes. I think it's going to be fine, and that's going to be what's on most controllers out there. There's very few controllers that have full size 12-inch platters. You know, you have your CDJs, you have the Rane 12s, you have the old NS7 III. I mean, I think that's pretty much it. DJ 1000, right? And the FLX6 that just came out, but totally different animals. So anyway, that's pretty much it. If anyone else has any questions, definitely drop them down below. We're happy to answer any questions that you have. Check us out at the DJsGuru.com. Appreciate you watching and checking us out today. If you have any questions, let me know. Happy to help. You know where to find me. All right, everybody? Take care. Wait, we got one last question. Oh, this is from my man Jeff over in Oregon. Yeah, see? He's basically echoing what I say. And if you start smaller, it's always going to be easier to go to something bigger versus the opposite. So if you were to go down, you know, start on a 12, that's why you have so many issues, I think, with people like myself and DJs that only use turntables. They got so used to that feel. DJing is so much about feel that they got so used to it. And I know that for me, as I've gotten older, and I'm 29 now, it gets more difficult to like learn new things when you get so used to doing something one way. And DJs are definitely creatures of habit. So anyway, that said, 7-inch, I think you'll be fine. And if you ever want to go to 12-inch or you have to play on 12-inch, you'll be fine doing that. And that's really the answer to that. So any other questions, please drop them down below. Really appreciate you guys tuning in today. The Rane One. New gear day today here at the DJs Guru. Look at that thing. Beautiful. It really is nice looking. And it really looks like everything that you need is going to be right where you need it. And, you know, that's one thing with Rane. You know, they work with, and I'll kind of end on this. Some of the biggest DMC World Championship scratch DJs, they have long-standing relationships with Rane. You know, Z-Trip used to have his own Rane mixer, right? The Z-Trip edition. So they've always had a close relationship with the DJs that actually use their product. So they understand that they need to know what the end user needs as far as the workflow. Yes, Rane is not owned by the same company as they once were. So does that mean that the relationships end? It does not. And I literally have been in the room at NAMM where I've seen, I'm not going to mention names, but DJ names of people that you know, where they're literally sitting down and going through products and talking. And, you know, this happens all the time. So Denon DJ definitely understands the needs of DJs and the scratch DJ and the open format DJ. So, you know, Rane quality is what it is. It has never changed. It's always going to be something you can count on. So any questions, let me know. Drop them down below. I'm signing off for now. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Yes, Serato only, as far as I know for now. You know, there's no engine integration, and there wouldn't be any other software that they would have, you know, a connection with, so to speak. So I would say, yes, that's going to be what it is. So Serato only, unless I hear anything otherwise, I will let you guys know. But from what I have read, what I've been told, it's Serato only. And based on my evidence with the Rane 12s, that's only a Serato controller too. You can use it, I think, with virtual DJ, but that's probably the same thing here too, where you can probably use it with virtual DJ. Most of the DJ controllers out there can work with Virtual DJ just because it's more of an open source type of a code. So anyway, everyone, thank you so much. I'm tuning off now. Check me out at the DJsGuru.com. Any questions, let me know. As I like to say, hey, Jerry, what's happening, brother? See you on the flip side. And, oh, yeah, we are doing another show on Thursday. And just so you guys know, it's called Let's Talk About Clean. Everyone's talking about clean. Oh, that looks clean. That's clean. What the heck does it mean? I know what it means. Do you know what it means? Because it's not just your setup, right? It's branding. It's your presentation, everything. We're going to talk about it. I've got some good guests. Just Jay will be on with me this Thursday, 8 o'clock. All right? We'll see you soon. Ring the bell on my YouTube page. Get that alert when we go live, but we'll see you in a couple of days. And you know me. Can't get away from me. So I'll see you soon. Take care, everybody.